Hello guys, so in this video I'm going to talk about uh, how do we load an existing workbook in our Python program and how do we access a worksheet inside that workbook. In the previous video of this series we talked about how do we create a new workbook using in Python program using Openpyxl, and here also we're going to use Openpyxl. So let's get going to Jupyter now. Our first step would be uh, to import load workbook function from Openpyxl module. Of course, you should have Openpyxl module installed in your system. If not, then you should install it on the directory where your Python is installed, and then you should use this command to import load workbook function from Openpyxl module. Our second step would be to import OS module. OS module is required here in this program to verify and to change, if required, our working directory, our current working directory. So for that we'll use OS module here. Our third step would be to use the load workbook function which we imported in our above cell, to use the load workbook function to load our actual file which we want to load in this program. We are given the complete path here of this file, and we're using this reference variable to have the reference of this loaded workbook. So here we have and of course remember, in between the subfolders and between the subfolder and the file you should have double backslash always. We discussed this in earlier video as well. You should have double backslash in the path, in between the subfolders and the file. So that's the second statement. Of course, in some cases, if we have our file saved in our current working directory, then we don't need to give the full path. So let's see what is our current working directory. We can see our current working directory by using this function. So in this case we have our uh, current working directory. We have this d:" Python examples and load existing workbook videos, which we have, which is the same as given here. So if we had used the name of the file directly, then also the command would have worked easily, because by default it searches the file in our current working directory. But if in your case, if the file is not saved in your current working directory, then you have to give the complete path, or as an alternative you should change your working directory. So how do we change your working directory? How we can change our working directory? So let's say I want to change my working directory to C colon. Let's say I want to change my working directory to C colon. So I just have to use this command os.chdr, and then if C colon, then if I run, and my working directory would have changed now, and I can check it by using this command. See, my working directory is changed to C colon. So similarly, if I want to change it back to my old path where my file is saved, I'll simply use this command again, put this path inside, and now when I run it, my working directory must have changed back to the old one where my file is saved. See, so this is how you can change your working directory if you don't want to give the complete path here, and otherwise if you don't want to change your working directory, then you should give the complete path here. So we'll also see here in this video that how do we access our sheet. We'll see this in short, and of course later on we'll have another video, detailed video on this. So if we write ws is equal to w dot active, so whatever is the active sheet, whatever is the active sheet will have this reference here in ws. So if we run this command here, ws will have the reference of that active sheet in this workbook. And then we can, play around with the sheet. For example, if I want to change the title, I'll use this command and change the title. We'll talk more about accessing worksheets and doing, our actions on worksheets in details in our later videos. So that's all for this video as of now. And thank you. Please subscribe this series, this channel, and press the notification button so that you keep receiving our future videos. Thank you.